Most of us are taught that happiness is good and sadness is bad. And that is precisely why so many people nowadays are struggling to feel happier, to feel more aliveness, passion, love, gratitude, peace in their lives. Because by deeming some emotions like anger and frustration and sadness as bad, what we're doing is literally as if we were a painter trying to create this masterpiece of a life, painting a beautiful sunset. And we deemed blue is good, and for example, yellow and red and orange is bad. And all of a sudden, life starts looking pretty bleak, and we think it's because that's how life is. But it's us. Everything that you want in your life, the change you want, the better relationships, the better work, the more fulfillment, the new lifestyle is on the other side of the emotions you've been avoiding. So on this episode, we're going to dive into why we avoid certain emotions in the first place and what to do about it so that you can create your dream life with more ease and flow by having more freedom in the full spectrum of emotions. I'm here in Canada hiking in beautiful Montreal, and I gotta tell you, I'm very excited because this weekend I'm going to one of my favorite events in the world. It's an event I've gone to many, many times. I get the opportunity to facilitate there now, Breathwork. And at this event, I learned something very important. I learned to develop a healthy relationship with my emotions. Because growing up, most of us learn that there are certain emotions that are good, certain emotions that we should strive to feel more of. Think happiness and peace and gratitude and love, excitement, joy. But it's kind of delusional to think that we can spend all of our lives only feeling those emotions. Things happen. We have good days and bad days, good moments and bad moments. Sometimes things get uncomfortable. So it's not a realistic expectation that we're only going to feel those good emotions. And what begins to happen is we set ourselves up for failure from the get-go because we're playing a game that we can't win of only trying to feel good emotions. And so what happens is, here's what I've learned. That is the first limiting belief that got shattered. There aren't good emotions and bad emotions. There are just emotions. And emotions are sensations of chemicals that your body is producing. They're just there in a moment. If you have the safety to feel an emotion in a moment, it comes and it goes. It's fleeting. It's a feeling in your body. But here's the thing. Most of us, especially growing up, for the emotions that were deemed not good or bad, like sadness, anger, frustration, we were taught to not feel them. So here's what happens. An emotion comes up in your body, and we've learned to, instead of just allowing it to come and go, we've learned to, as soon as it comes up, shove it. Shove it down, suppress it, repress it, throw it to the side. And this begins to develop a relationship with certain emotions that we don't want to feel, where as soon as they come up, we suppress them. As soon as they come up, we repress them. Guess what's happening? You're building up a bank of emotions in your body and in your system that you don't want. Precisely the things you don't want to feel, you're anchoring in your system because you're not just feeling them and letting them go, feeling them and letting them go. And the key to that is that over a long period of time, all of these emotions and sensations that we don't want, we begin to develop ways to avoid experiencing them in their life. I think the easiest example that most people relate to immediately is heartbreak. We learn that sadness and feeling heartbroken is bad. And so we get heartbroken once, twice. And at some point, something shifts in our brain where we go shields up, we go protection. And instead of just having at a baseline just to, oh my God, this doesn't feel great, we start having a baseline of, I don't want to even get close to this. And so we start living from a place of avoiding any situation that remotely resembles anything that could hurt us. Think how this ripples into your finances and all the things we avoid feeling, like the frustration of trying again and again and again to start a new business, do a new thing. And all of a sudden, we don't want to feel frustration anymore. And so we stop even going for the thing. How this affects your job, your lifestyle. We get addicted to avoiding certain emotions, and we don't even see it. And the key thing is they're just emotions. And all of a sudden, we're going shields up to the things we want most of in life. Because sometimes the thing you most deeply want is on the other side of something that's really uncomfortable. But here's the key. We think that, for example, if you want to create a new job opportunity for yourself, or a new business, or step into a new relationship, or step into a new version of your current relationship, if you want to change your lifestyle, we think that there's something external in the world that needs to shift. We think sometimes that if we hit a roadblock, there's something out there. My boss is not cooperating. The market is not aligned. Whatever it is, we think there's something out there that's preventing us from making progress. Whatever resistance you're finding to stepping into your dream life is not an external resistance. Is the external resistance is just a mirror to the internal resistance you have to feeling the emotions and the sensations and the feelings associated with moving towards the thing that you want. What that means is it's not the boss that's holding you back. It's the fear of rejection. It's not the market that's not cooperating. It's the fear of failure, feeling like a loser. It's not the partner in the relationship that's not cooperating. It's your fear of speaking up. One of the most valuable, profound things I've learned in the last 10 years, which, if I'm being very honest, if I could only share one thing with anyone on the planet, this would be it, is that emotions are a spectrum just like color. And listen, I will be the first person to say, I personally am very not interested in optimizing my life to feel more sadness. I want to optimize my life to feel joy and peace and happiness and aliveness and gratitude. But I don't want to optimize to not feel everything else. Emotions are like a spectrum, just like color. You have all of them. There's not a good and a bad side to it. It's just a spectrum. And in some moments we feel some things, in some moments we feel others. That's it. And the key to manifesting more of your dream life, having more freedom, more joy, more passion, more aliveness, is to allow yourself to be with that full spectrum. The more open you can be, it's literally like being a painter that instead of having two colors to make a masterpiece, has all of them. So why that matters is life is going to continuously invite you to grow. And one of two things happen. People either stagnate and allow themselves to just stay where they are, and that's a perfectly valid choice. Or if you're growth oriented, which if you're watching this most likely you are, you want to step into your next version and what comes next. And you want to be in the moment of that. You want to enjoy the journey. You don't want to keep chasing something forever and forever. You want to be in the moment of the experience of more emotions that make you feel aligned and coherent as you're moving towards your next level. And how you do that is you create more ease with this full spectrum of emotions. And it's so simple, so easy to do it. Here's how you can do it. First of all, it's understanding that emotions are felt in the body. Most people spend so much time repressing emotions and not feeling them that they start experiencing emotions in their mind, in their head. And what that means is that anytime you're feeling a certain way about something that happened in the past, you're in your head about it. Emotions happen in your body right here, right now. Anytime we're feeling sad, angry, frustrated, happy, joyful, aligned, peaceful, grateful for something that happened in the past, we're in our head about it. So step one is doing things that get you in your body. Go out into nature, move. That is some of the things that help me come into my body. somatic practices and breathwork helped me tremendously as well, and I've seen it help so many people. There's just some of the things you can do. And step 2 is to lean in. Most of us, when something feels off or uncomfortable, we pull back because, again, we don't want to feel the thing that feels uncomfortable. But if you're at ease with feeling the thing that feels uncomfortable, you can just lean in. And the life you most deeply want to live is on the other side of you leaning into life. It breaks my heart that so many people spend their entire life pulling back, retracting, contracting. And I gotta scratch my legs here. There are a ton of mosquitoes. And that's life. Life is kind of very uncomfortable sometimes. And the thing you most want is not always on the other side of a red carpet. Sometimes you gotta go through things that feel uncomfortable and weird because they're new. And our nervous system interprets newness as uncomfortable and uncomfortable as unsafe. So if you can be safe with more of life, more spectrum, a bigger spectrum of emotions, you can feel comfortable in a bigger spectrum of discomfort, and you can have more life be within your comfort zone. Because guess what? If there's something that's in your vision that you want to experience that you're not experiencing yet, it's outside of your comfort zone. So by expanding that comfort zone from the inside out, the things that you want come in, and you don't have to chase them, they're just there. So if this resonated with you, I invite you to hit the like button and subscribe, because this is just beginning. I'm so excited to continue expanding this podcast and bringing you as much value as I can. And I'll see you on the next episode.